Many of you have asked me, hey, Clayton, I've gotten emails from you say, what about some companies you would love to invest in? Some companies you're excited about. So I want to show you a company I'm excited about today, because what's going on with Sony and their PlayStation 5, and of course rolling out the new SpiderMan game, and what they're doing with the iPhone cameras, this is a place where I'm putting some of my money. So you want to understand some of the fundamentals of companies to invest in. And perhaps if you've got a 401k or your pension, you're looking to reposition some money, this would be a smart play in my humble opinion. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is a company that I'm looking very strongly at and moving some money into because of that very reason. So let's take a look at, first of all, right now, Sony's numbers overall, this is where the stock sits right now. And experts are pointing to an over $100 valuation in the next few months. Why? Well, because we now have the new PlayStation 5, of course, just announced, rolling out. We're getting our first looks behind the scenes now, under the cover of what this new gaming console will look like. And all you need to do is listen to the kids. Because we were asking a bunch of different kids. I was listening to a different podcast where they were interviewing their kids, like, what gaming system are you going to get? The new Xbox, or are you going to get the new PlayStation? Turns out they're going to get the new PlayStation. And we're getting our first look under the hood of what this thing looks like with the new dashboard, the new software, and how the gameplay will unfold on the new PlayStation 5. Already pre-orders sold out. Trying to get your hands on this anywhere right now is very difficult. This is a look behind the scenes right now of the first look at the PlayStation 5's interface. Looks a lot like the PlayStation 4, but similar scroll pattern here between the microphone, accessories, sign in, but much easier, looks much easier and fluid interface than we saw in the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 interface to me is incredibly frustrating. It's like stuff buried within menus, but that's Sony for you. Sony loves to have, like on their camera systems, menus buried within menus that are hard to find. If you've ever used like a Sony a7 III or any of the A-line cameras, oh my God, it's like pulling teeth to try to dig through and find things. We're finally getting a look at some of the gameplay, which just looks absolutely gorgeous. How many of you, I see some people here in the chat saying that my kids prefer Xbox. Shane McLean saying PlayStation is far behind Xbox right now. Yeah, they have a lot of catching up to do. They have a lot of catching up to do with this, and that's why the PlayStation 5 is so exciting for Sony. There's a couple of big games. One thing I think is really interesting about the PlayStation 5 is their streaming version, or the digital download version and the disc version. So if you want to just buy the console where you can just download the games right to the console, you can. If you want to buy the ones where you can get a disc also, which to me is like ancient at this point, you can. And so I love that different choice that you have with PlayStation that you don't have with Microsoft right now, which is interesting. But ask any of the kids right now who want a new console, and it's all about PlayStation. I'm sure we probably get some wars about that. But again, here's some look at the gameplay for PlayStation 5. I'm excited also. My son is extremely excited about the new Miles Morales SpiderMan game. And of course, one of the best games ever made is the most recent Spider-Man game. But the gameplay here looks fantastic. Miles Morales instead of Peter Parker. Snappier swinging. I'm super excited to play this game. So here's some behind the scenes of the new Miles Morales Spider-Man game, which is just fantastic. Again, when we look at some of the fundamentals of this company, and you look at Sony itself, this is just a small portion of what they do. Where they really make their money, of course, is in their components, in their cameras, in their electronics, the under-the-hood electronics that make up just about every smartphone that we use. And that's where the money really comes from Sony. And that's why their stock will continue to explode over the next few months. I just can't get over looking at the Spider-Man gameplay. It looks so fantastic. I'm excited about it. Anyway, take a look at their stock. So it's $72 right now. And with the iPhone about to come out, this is where Sony's stock could explode. Because you're not going to buy an iPhone without buying a Sony camera. Sony makes the cameras for the iPhone. Camera sensors are incredibly important to smartphones, and a big drop in Sony's production of its CMOS image processors could be catastrophic to the industry. And of course, earlier in the year, Sony was concerned that, oh my gosh, would COVID really inhibit their ability to make these image processors? And Apple was concerned about it too, and Huawei and these other companies were concerned about it. Didn't happen. It didn't really happen. And Apple had a little bit of a delay in their supply chain issues and so forth. Sony has been able to produce these image sensors, which are making up the new iPhone 12s. 57% of all smartphones on the market have a Sony camera in them. So if you're looking for a smart play right now, and you're looking to invest in a company where the fundamentals are strong, very insulated from what's unfolded in the because of COVID, and where there's a lot of exciting things happening on the horizon with the launch of the PlayStation 5 and the overwhelming demand for the PlayStation. Just go into any electronics store and you see big displays saying pre-order, try to get your name on the waiting list right now, try to buy it, try to go to Amazon right now and try to find a PlayStation 5. You won't be able to. And with a bunch of the exciting games that are coming out the end of this year. And then look at what's under the hood of a number of major manufacturers and smartphones that are coming out over the next few months. So this is a really smart play. All of these camera sensors and modules are very important to Sony's product, to Sony's bottom line. And so there are experts that are really pinning their hopes and dreams on Sony, saying that sky's the limit for this company. Could be over 100 within the next few months. So again, this is where you need to be smart with your stock picks. So if you have a few stocks and you are strategic, understanding, researching, spending the time studying what Sony's up to, how has their supply chain been affected by COVID? What about employee layoffs? How are they repositioning money into research and development? How are they able to get these sensors out for iPhones, etc.? What about the supply of Sony PlayStations? What does the demand look like there? All of these things we should be paying attention to. So to answer your question, when someone writes me and says, hey, can you give me a few ideas for different stocks that I should be investing in instead of ones I shouldn't be? I hope you found this helpful. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is just a stock that I'm keeping my eye very close on. And I am putting money into Sony right now because of these issues. And look, things can happen as the stock market shifts over the next few months. I could be pulling money out of there, but if I make $30 per share on buying into a company like this, good on me for being smart about studying this company. So I hope you find this helpful. And let me know if you're going to pick up a PlayStation 5 or if you're going to pick up an Xbox this holiday season. Are you able to find one? What do your kids love to play? Smash that like button and share this with someone else in your family. Also, check out the full video that we just did on the fundamentals of the stock market and why I think we are in for a world of hurt as it relates to the broader stock market. So this is where you need to be smart with your stocks. I'm telling you, if you were just blindly invested in a 401k and a pension plan and you don't know what's in it, most people don't. They sign up and they check that box. I want to be an aggressive investor or a conservative investor. They make it really easy with nice little pie charts. Most people have no idea what they're invested in. Get smarter about your investing, folks. Don't let these big companies take advantage of you, because they will. That's my little word to the wise today on this Monday.